Hey guys, Aaron here. There have been millions, billions, trillions of photographs that have been taken on this planet, and even off of this planet. Photography is mostly digital now, and before the turn of the century, people took photographs with film. And before the turn of the century, in the 1800s, people took photographs with a different medium. 35mm and 120 film were both invented around 1900, so before that, people took photographs on a large piece of glass. You know, with the topic of this video, I think I should have a change of clothes. Yeah, this isn't a monocle, it's actually just an ND filter. You know what, I don't want to write the script out in the intertitles, so I'll just talk to you. In the 1850s, a man called Frederick Scott Archer created glass plate negatives. It has the same basic properties of film, but instead of silver molecules in a gelatin spread on a thin piece of plastic, it's coated on a large sheet of glass. And since these sheets of glass are so big, the grain on them is so small. You can blow this up to like the size of a wall, and it'll still look good. Let's see some macro shots of these. Here are all the glass plate negatives I have. These big ones are all in these types of envelopes, and I have smaller 4x5 ones in these envelopes. Luckily, someone wrote on all of these, showing what it's a picture of and maybe even where it's from. And some of these even have dates on them, like April 8th, 1898, or May 30th, 1904. Oh yeah, we're looking back in time now. It's getting freaking hot. And these are all from the state of Connecticut. This one says Collinsville, and this one says Simsbury. Now, my college has a darkroom for my photography class. We would shoot film ourselves, develop it, and create prints with enlargers. So I decided to use my photography paper to make contact sheets of them. I would take the negative, put it over the photography paper, shine the light on it for about 10 seconds, or if it's more or less dense, however long it takes, and then I would put the paper in the developer and see it appear like magic. This sheet of paper is a contact sheet, and this is how large it gets when it's actually in the enlarger, where the film would go. I did a lot of these, and then I realized, well, I'm just wasting paper. These are like $1 a sheet. So I decided to use this light panel to take photos of them and invert them in Photoshop. So here's some high definition scans of these negatives. Some of them have been broken over time, unfortunately, but I have photoshopped them back to normal. The most damaged is this one, Summer Hotel. Look at all that peeling, yeah. But I photoshopped that away too. And another one that had the photograph peeling off was this one. Yeah, I can't really Photoshop that out, but I tried my best. I didn't buy these negatives in like a big lot on eBay. These are actually my dad's. He's had them for many years. And you can tell because these photography papers are slightly curving and they're turning slightly brown. Glass plate negatives are so big. Even the smallest negative I have is larger than 120 film. And I even have two glass plate negatives that aren't even glass plate negatives, they're glass plate positives. This one is encased in glass to protect it, because the other one, you could just rub off the entire thing if you tried. I have many different sizes of glass plate negatives. The largest one is 6.5 by 8.5. Then I have 5 by 8, 5 by 7, 4 by 5, and even one that's 3.5 by 3.5. To have a visual of all the glass plate negatives I have, these are all the 4x5s, these are all the 5x7s, these are all the 5x8s, and these are the 6.5 by 8.5. I have 56 in total. I can't show you all 56 of these unless the video is like 30 minutes long, and then it's like 10 seconds each of showing these pictures, zooming into different spots. That'll be really boring. So you can click that link or a link in the description that'll bring you over to my Google Drive with a privated folder of all 56 high-definition scans of these. And so you can zoom into them to your heart's content. Now, since these buildings are in Connecticut, I decided to try and find them on the internet. The only other building I could find a photo of is this building, the CF Opal Monroe building. CF Opal is a glass manufacturer. They made a bunch of glass and ceramic tableware. I found this photo, which was definitely taken after this negative because it had that large addition on it. Some of these shots had etchings on actual negative of who they were of. This one says the Rufus Redfield place. And here is Rufus Redfield on Ancestry.com. Another one said the Silas Blakesley place. And I couldn't find much about him except for his gravestone in this cemetery. And one thing that's great about these high-def negatives is that you can zoom in really far and see lots of little details. Like this town has a store that says Castoria, and Castoria was a bottle manufacturer in the 1800s. This fence has advertisements for Sunlight soap, which was a type of soap in the 1800s. This one is a photograph of the Hartford Capitol, and I think I can find exactly where this is from on Google Maps. So let's go there and recreate the shot.